Welcome to the podcast. My name is James,
And I'm Tally.
and we are the co-founders of Dead Simple. Now, some of you might be asking, Dead Simple? What's that? But Dead Simple is a community website dedicated to the genre of survival, zombies, and infections throughout a wide range of media bases such as films, TV, comics, and even books. So Tally, why don't you tell our listeners what Dead Simple means to you?
The idea behind this was just to get a community built around, like you said, the zombie survival, infection kind of horror genre, just the overall thing, just a community that, loves the subject, wants to talk about it, wants to get together and play games, and just people that enjoy, the talking about that and want to talk with other people, build a community basically is what we're here to do.
Definitely, and I think the main thing to take away from it is that we are very community orientated, and so everything that we're doing, we are aiming to gain as many members as possible, but we also want to be as involved with all of the members that we do get as possible. And so we're going to try and implement a number of things to get people involved, and one of those things may even be getting people to be special guests on the podcast so they can talk about things that the community is doing, as well as general discussions about their favourite zombie films, books, survival games, anything like that sort of thing. One of the key parts of the community will be our website, which is deadsimple.weebly.com. We'll leave a link with the podcast. The website is pretty basic right now. This is the very, very early stages of Dead Simple, and so we're hoping to build on it and develop from here on. But the forums is going to be very community orientated. We've got two primary sections in the forums. Did you want to tell the listeners what those two sections are all about?
The discussion and the community section. Basically, we have several topics. We can always change them and add more, but right now our topics are films, books, comics, TV series, video games, and general discussion. That's within the discussion section of the forums. We also have our community section, which involves our podcast, Dead Simple Gaming, and any pictures and stories that you want to share with the community, as well as our role-playing section, which will be added to and certainly have RPs in the future.
Definitely. And one of the main sections of the community part of the forum is the Dead Simple Gaming category, where we are hoping to organise a number of community gaming events where we'll play a number of survival games such as Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, maybe even get some Call of Duty zombies going and things like that, just to get the community talking and interacting with each other. And we'll post information about that in the forums, so when the community has gotten large enough, we'll be able to organise some events, maybe hopefully one day hold some competitions within the forum, and when we're fully on our feet, we'll be able to hopefully do some live streams of some gaming events, so people that aren't involved are able to watch those and see what that's all about.
Exactly. We want to have a very community base, as we've been talking about, and maybe someone's not into role playing. Well, that's okay. That's what this community is about, is finding what people like, finding what people don't like, and just maybe if you've never role played before and you want to try it, for sure come by and we can always get something going. And same with gaming. If you're not super into gaming, but you have a definite interest, then I'm sure there's going to be people there that you'll gel with and you'll get to know, and this community will start to grow.
Definitely, and I think that for me, a lot of the community theme has been based on a very successful internet company called Rooster Teeth, who have been very community focused in the 9 or 10 years that they have been running. And so for me, I'd really love to achieve a solid community that interacts well and everyone is friendly with each other and able to just hang out, really, talk about a genre that they have an invested interest in, and just to have a good time at the same time, just make new friends, chill out, enjoy what they like, really.
Exactly, yeah. That's the whole idea, is just like-minded people coming together to talk about a subject that they they love, quite a bit.
Definitely, and within the website, as Tally said, we have the section in the forums where people are able to post any pictures or stories that they may be working on or have worked on before, just to get the community more involved in expressing themselves. And DeviantArt has become very popular with people that write and draw quite a lot, and so hopefully with our community we'd allow like-minded people to show their creative side and their interests and hopefully appreciate everything that they do. And on a personal level, I am currently working on my own, I guess it would be a novella, which is basically a small novel set in my hometown in the United Kingdom of an infectious outbreak. And so hopefully that will be ready to purchase by the end of April. So people that do listen to this and are involved in the site, then hopefully they'll have a look at what that's all about. And if anyone else has any projects that they're wishing to advertise, then those two sections in the community forum is probably the best place to do it, as well as the podcast, because that is actually in that section as well. They're probably the best two areas for people that have a creative side to visit, as well as the discussion side where people are able to voice their opinions on films, books, comics, TV series, or even video games. And obviously we've got the general discussions area where people are just able to hang out and talk about whatever they want. We obviously have the introductions side of the forum as well. If people are signing up and new to the community, we want people to feel welcome, so we generally encourage people to write just a small description about who they are, get the community to recognise when new people are joining, so hopefully they can welcome them into the community and make them feel appreciated when they're there. This podcast isn't a particularly long podcast, as this is the very first one we're doing. Later podcasts will have much more to discuss. And
Give us a break. We're trying here.
Yeah, definitely. So when the community starts building up, we will definitely have more to discuss, get more people involved with it, and so the length of the podcasts can simply grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, like you're saying, as it grows, like we're very, like we've mentioned throughout this podcast, we're very community based, and part of that is, being a community is you all share ideas, you work together, sort of thing. So we're always looking for new ideas, to improve things, change things, because as I said, it is community based, and we want to help the community and make the community happy, and once the community is happy, everyone's happy. And if there ever was an outbreak, community would be probably one of the strongest things that we'd have left. So, it's an important quality, like you mentioned.
Well, in AMC's The Walking Dead TV series, which is based on the comic book series, there's a great theme running through it of the sense of humanity left in the group of survivors. And I think having a sense of community can help people feel human in a world that is not what it once was. And so in that scenario, having a close bunch of friends can do the world of good.
Exactly, having people you can trust.
Exactly. Well, that's pretty much all we have to discuss this week. Obviously, as we said, the podcast is pretty light at the moment, so the content will get better and more in-depth the longer we have time to work on it, and the bigger the community gets. So on behalf of myself, I'd like to say thank you for listening.
And from Taly, how's it going, eh?
It's just dead simple.